Today's reading will be from Colossians chapter 1, and we will talk about how Jesus' name has power over all. Hello, and welcome to Spirit Among Us. Colossians chapter 1, verse 15. The Son is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and things on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. We often talk about God's plan in our lives. We talk about his power over our circumstances, over darkness. We talk about his mighty hand holding enough power to overcome the obstacles in our lives. But besides just saying these things, besides just proclaiming these truths in our lives, do we really believe him? Do we actually have faith in these things? I've been through times with a large amount of doubt, without even knowing it. I doubted God's power, his abilities, and I only realized my lack of belief when I faced conflicts in my life, when my world suddenly started falling apart, and when all the things I placed my hope in began to fail me. I felt unstable, and despite having God, I felt terribly distressed and hopeless. I saw through this that I hadn't been trusting God. I hadn't really placed my hope and value in him. See, we are told here that Christ created all things, represents God, and he holds all things together. We are reassured later in this chapter about his supremacy as well, about his power over all situations. Verse 18. And he is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning and the firstborn from among the dead, so that in everything he might have the supremacy. For God was pleased to have all his fullness dwell in him, and through him to reconcile to himself all things, whether things on earth or things in heaven, by making peace through his blood shed on the cross. Through the sacrifice Jesus made on the cross, he is now working in our lives with his ultimate power and supremacy. There is nothing that can stand before him, and he is constantly fighting for us, fighting by our side. He is our real hope, the hope that will never fade. So today, whatever it is you face, remember that Jesus reigns supreme, and he holds power over everything. Thank you for watching, and God bless.